What's going on, guys? What a day that we had yesterday. We went 5 out of 6 on the free picks, and we actually almost cashed this full out six pick that I had put in. But we also cashed the main three that I mentioned in yesterday's video, and we swept that and we went up $4,600. Now, when you hit big, make sure you guys are withdrawing. I did post a video just around a week ago going over exactly how I would start doing pick'em apps if I were to do it. And that's one of the key things with bankroll management. And whenever you get those big wins, withdrawing. But we've been cashing out day in and day out over in VIP. You guys can go sign up using the WAP link or the Patreon link. Both of those are in the description and in the comment down below. And guys, I do want to mention, as always, I'm playing over on Underdog. Use code TTL on Underdog. Get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free month of VIP. Just join the free Discord. Send me a screenshot. Be like, hey, bro, used your code on Underdog. I'll get you added as soon as possible within 2 or 3 hours typically. So let's keep on crushing it. Let's have a great day today. I'm going to give you guys my top 5 picks for today. It is July 6th, 2025. And hopefully we can go at least 4 out of 5 again today. Hopefully we can go 5-0 though. Get that nice little 5 pick cash. I'm actually feeling really confident that we do get all 5. Let me go ahead and pull my Discord to the second monitor. Luckily, I was scrolled to yesterday's plays on that price picks anyways. So you weren't able to see. I'm sorry. If you want to see, go join VIP though. Feel free to go join VIP. But starting off, let me make sure this is the right plays. This is it. Starting off, we're going to go with George Kirby. We're going to take his under 18.5 pitching outs. This is versus the Pirates, and I do think he's going to give up 1 or 2 runs to the Pirates, and I just don't think he's going to go into the 7th inning. I think he may go 5. I think he probably goes 5, and I think that there's a pretty good chance he goes 6. But I just don't think. I think his pitch count's going to be 90 plus, and I just don't see him coming back in the 7th inning. Now, when we head over to predictiveprofits.ai, which, by the way, is exactly how I got all of my props in yesterday's video, as you guys saw, you can use code TTL50 for half off your first month. You're not going to regret it. But let's get into it. George Kirby. We can see his pitching outs. We're going to go ahead and sort by hit rate so we can see the highest hit rate first. And we're going to see George Kirby pitching outs at 18.5. It's minus 170 on sports books. The under is the projection that we're looking at, and it's a projected hit rate of 81.83% based on the 10,000 simulations that Predictive Profits ran. And when we click on it, we can just see he's went under this in 4 games straight, 4 of his last 5. Over his last 10, he's went under in 9 out of 10 games. In 2024, he went under in 75.8% of games, 25 of 33. And then this season, he's went under in 7 of 8 games so far. The one time he went over was versus the Angels. I'm loving this matchup for him to go under today versus the Pirates. There's not too much to look at. I mean, there's not much of a sample size for a lot of these. But we can see the OBP not 0 for any of these batters. So all of these are at least getting on base. And especially when you're looking at people like McCutcheon, who has two hits out of 3, O'Neal Cruz 2 out of 3, Horwitz 2 out of 3, Tommy Pham 2 out of 3. They're batting pretty well versus George Kirby. I expect them to get a few runs on Kirby, and I expect him to go either get pulled in the middle of the 6th inning or just finish the 6th inning, get the 18 pitching outs, and then stay under that 18.5. That's how I see things happening today. So let's lock it in, and hopefully he's at 80 plus pitching outs by the end of the 5th. That way we don't really have to sweat out after the 6th. But I'd love to see 95, 100 pitches after the 6th inning if he doesn't get pulled in the middle of it. That way we just know for a fact he's not coming back out. But that's play number 1. Head over to play number 2 on Underdog. We're going to go ahead and go with Tyrone Taylor back again, under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. We took it yesterday. We're going to take it again today. He's against Max Fried, who I actually have a baseball signed by Max Fried when he was on the Braves. Huge Max Fried fan. And I definitely don't think Tyrone Taylor is going to be able to get 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs versus him today when he couldn't get it yesterday either. And yesterday, he actually got walked into a run. So he got walked and then somebody hit him to give him a run and he didn't even have a single hit. That was the biggest sweat of my life. I was very frustrated watching that because I had the chance to win the 5 grand or whatever, and I was just stressing and stressing, but luckily we did end up cashing that. He didn't get a hit. But Tyrone Taylor, under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. It's minus 175 on sportsbooks. The under has a projected hit rate of 79.24%. And when we take a look, he's went under in 5 straight games. He's went under in 10 straight games. And this season, he's went under at a 75.3% hit rate. 58 of 77 games that he's went under this season. And again, he's against Max Fried today, who's given up 1.5 earned runs allowed per game, 4.67 hits allowed, almost 6 strikeouts per game, and 1 walk allowed per game. I'm loving this. We have Tyrone Taylor for 0.99 as his projection, so around 1 hits, runs, RBIs. And as long as he does what he did yesterday and he stays under, that's all I care about. So let's go ahead and lock him in on the under and move on to pick number 3. Pick number 3 is going to be Hayden Birdsong. We're going to take his under 5.5 hits allowed. This is versus the Athletics. This game is a very late game, does not start until 10 p.m. And this is a 0.8x over on Underdog. And when we take a look at it, we can see hits allowed 5.5. It's minus 170 on sportsbooks on the under, and it has a projected hit rate of 78.49%. Loving this one as well. We can see he's went under in 3 of his last 5, 8 of his last 10, and in 6 of 8 this season. In 2024, he went under in 93.8% every game but one. And then this season, we can see he went over versus the Rockies and versus the Red Sox. He's against the Athletics today. They literally have 8 at-bats with 0 hits on him right now with a 0 OBP as well. So he's not walked any of them either. So I'm really loving this matchup for him. He could go 4 innings. He could go 6, somewhere in between those. And I don't think he's going to have the time to give up 6 hits allowed in today's matchup. So let's take the under 5.5. We have him projected for 4.28. And I actually have him projected for around 3. I don't think he's going to get 4 or 5. So let's lock this in and move on to pick number 4. Next up, we have Joe Ryan. We're going to take Joe Ryan under 2.5 earned runs allowed. This is another 0.81x over here. This is versus the Rays. And when we take a look at this, we can see it's minus 180 on sportsbooks for the under and a projected hit rate of 71.62%. When we take a look at it a little further, we can see he's went under this in 4 of his last 5, in 8 of his last 10, and in 75% of games this season, 12 of 16 games this season. Last season, he went under at a 56.5%, 13 of 23. This season, he's averaging 5.8 innings pitched, so around 5, 6, maybe even 7 innings pitched can be expected today. We have him projected for 1.81 earned runs allowed. I'm expecting somewhere around 1, maybe even 0, though. The Rays do have really good batters, but when we take a look at this, we can see Taylor Walls, 0 OBP. Caminero, 0 OBP. Josh Lowe, 2 in 8, 0.25. Aranda, 2 in 5, 0.4. 0 in 3, 0 OBP. 0 in 2, 0 OBP. And then Brandon Lowe, who I consider a great batter in the first place, 0.44 OBP. So he's the best on the team right now against Joe Ryan. And I just don't think the Rays batters are going to be able to do too much versus Joe Ryan. I think he's a great pitcher, and I love this matchup for him today. So let's lock that in. And our 5th and final pick of the day is going to be one that I'm actually loving. And it's Michael Lorenzen over 3.5 strikeouts. This is a 0.83x. And guys, we locked in this at 7.2x, I think. So it's 7.05 right now. And this happens every single day, right? That just shows how, like, we are getting the CLV. We are getting the best odds possible. And that's what's beautiful about this is Predictive Profits isn't going based off of odds. It's not going based off of any of that stuff. It's going based off of an algorithm that I created. And we are still beating the closing line value almost every single day. Pretty much every day, our lines are getting taken down, they're getting bumped. And it's just because how accurate Predictive Profits is. Um, but Michael Lorenzen to end off our picks here, that's going to be a minus 145 on sports books, and the over has a projection of 72.21%. When we take a look at it, he's went over in 5 straight games, 8 of his last 10. This season, he's went over in 13 of 17 games, a 76.5% hit rate. And last season, he went over in half of his games. He's averaging 5 innings pitched, and one of the games he's went under, he only went 2 innings. And it was a seven. He gave up 7 runs. I don't know if he gave up all 7, but the Cardinals had 7 runs in that game as well. So I'm loving this today. He's versus the Diamondbacks, and when we take a look, the Diamondbacks, some of them don't really strike out much, and then the rest do. I mean, Eugenio Suarez, who's a great batter this season, 37.5%. Josh Naylor, 20%. Marte, 50%. Gurriel Jr., 25%. 33.3%. 62.5%. There's plenty of batters that will strike out versus Lorenzen, and you have to remember his line is a very low line of just 3.5. We have him projected for 4.4 strikeouts in today's matchup. He's averaging 4.6 this season. He's averaging 4.5 over his last 10, 4.8 over his last 5. There's just no reason not to take this prop. Let's lock in this 5 pick, lock in any 2 pick variations, any 3 pick variations that you guys feel the need. Or if you don't like one of the props, lock in a 4 pick. However you want to do it, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and let's keep on having days like yesterday, guys. Go ahead and leave a comment, and I'm going to pick one lucky commenter in tomorrow's video to win a free month of VIP. No signups necessary or anything. So go ahead. Leave a comment, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and hopefully you guys are the winner to win a free month of VIP. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.